Hey, it's Brian with Reclaimed Republic. Today I want to talk a little bit about expanding your knowledge base as you're going to estate sales, garage sales, thrift stores, places like that to source items. I'm going to use this one item as an example. I had it in my What Sold video earlier. It is a Challenger Proto socket set. I picked this up at an estate sale a couple weeks ago whenever I was up in Colorado with my wife and son. I went out into the garage and there was a bunch of tools out there. There wasn't anybody else out in the garage at that time, but it was super dark. I always have a flashlight with me. I already talked about the flashlight in a different video, but I always have my flashlight, which was great because most people couldn't see what the heck was going on, and those phone flashlights only work so well. That thing is extremely bright. So I was able to get through a bunch of tools and pick out some cool stuff. But I found this socket set. It was sitting on the floor underneath the table because it's pretty heavy. And whenever I looked at it, I'd never seen the name Challenger before. But when I opened it up, I saw a couple names I did recognize. There were some proto ratchets and sockets, and everything was made in USA. So for me, that's a sign. Whenever I'm looking at older tools, definitely want to get made in USA. Anything made in Japan. Taiwan is like on the border, so some Taiwanese stuff is good, some Taiwanese stuff is questionable. It really depends on the age of it. But I try not to buy anything that's made in China typically whenever it comes to tools. Just because the quality tends not to be as good as, of course, USA made stuff. So everything said made in USA on it that I was seeing, and despite the fact that it was $10 for the set, which a lot of times if you see any tool and you're like $10, it can be a deterrent. But I saw some opportunities and I decided to buy it. And so far, I parted out the set because there was a set that's there. There was a bunch of other stuff in the box as well that I was able to put as individual listings on eBay. Hey, Future Brian here. So while I'm editing this video, I'm going to throw a picture here in this clip that I don't talk about. While I was out running errands today, I had a cha-ching in my pocket, and when I looked down, the item that sold was actually an item that was in this same socket case, and I completely forgot to put it in the total for the listed inventory that was yet to be sold. Since I filmed this morning, it's been sold, so I'm going to add it on the screen here to the sold items and bringing the total up to $100 for sold items, not $78. Let's get back to it. So far, I sold this socket set, or socket set, wherever it's going to be. Sold the socket set, sold a ratchet out of there, sold a lot of sockets, and sold a screwdriver that were all in this box. So far, paid $10, paid $11, there was tax, and I've sold it for $78, everything so far. And I've got another about $17 or $18 listed on eBay to sell as well. So I'm going to be all in for about $95 plus shipping on the items that sold, which, looking at it originally, I thought I probably had about $40 or $50 in sales value maybe. I wasn't really expecting 95, but knowing what you're looking for, expanding your knowledge base, learning a little bit every time you go to a sale, doing a little bit of extra investigation. And sometimes in this case, I couldn't look anything up. I was going off my brain and my past history. I couldn't get my phone to work at their house. I wasn't getting any reception. So I wasn't comping anything. I just bought it. Sometimes that's how you learn whenever you're going to those sales, is just invest $2, $5, $10, whatever it is, on something that maybe you haven't bought before, category you haven't bought in before, and learn something about that. Most of the time, not always, most of the time you can get your money back out of it at minimum, but in this case, making a really good profit as well. And yeah, that $78 in sales has happened in about a week and a half's worth of time. It sold pretty fast. They're desirable products. So that's really all I have. It's a short video. Just wanted to encourage you while you're out, just, you know, keep your eyes open, look up high, look down low, look under tables, look in cabinets, just look around, look for new categories, new items, just keep expanding your knowledge base, and you'll, you know, that way when you're at sales, you have more things to pick from. So, and if you're not an everything seller, then it might not be for you, but I am, and I love the treasure hunt out there. So I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below. Hope you have a great day.